Today, we're diving into the world of horror art to explore the life and work of a true master, Bernie Wrightson. If you're a fan of intricate pen and brushwork and stories that send a chill down your spine, you're in for a treat. So, let's get started. Bernie Wrightson, born on October 27, 1948, in Baltimore, Maryland. His interest in art was sparked at a young age. He received training in art from watching John Carnegie on television, reading comics, particularly those of E.C., and through a correspondence course from the famous Artists' School. His artistic influences were Frank Frazetta, Al Williamson, Al Dorn, Graham Ingalls, Jack Davis, and Howard Pyle. In 1966, Wrightson began his professional journey as an illustrator for the Baltimore Sun newspaper. A year later, after meeting artist Frank Frazetta at a comic book convention in New York City, he was inspired to produce his own stories. In 1968, he showed copies of his sequential art to DC Comics editor Dick Giordano and was given a freelance assignment. This marked the beginning of his illustrious career in the world of horror comics and illustrations. Wrightson and writer Len Wein co-created the Swamp Thing in House of Secrets 92 in July 1971. The character soon received its own monthly series, for which Wrightson drew the first 10 issues. Bernie Wrightson began working at Warren Publishing in 1974. Warren Publishing was known for its black and white horror comics magazines. At Warren, Wrightson produced a series of original work as well as adaptations of stories by renowned horror writers such as Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft. His work appeared in Warren's Creepy and Eerie magazines. Wrightson's work at Warren Publishing showcased his unique style and mastery of the horror genre. His intricate pen and brushwork, combined with his ability to bring macabre stories to life, made him a standout artist in the field. His work at Warren Publishing is considered some of his most iconic and influential, contributing significantly to his reputation as a master of horror illustration. He also drew comic book adaptations of Stephen King's screenplay for Creepshow in 1982. Bernie Wrightson made significant contributions to the animated film Heavy Metal, which was released in 1981. The film is an anthology of various science fiction and fantasy stories, many of which were adapted from the Heavy Metal magazine. One of the segments of the film, Captain Stern, is based on a character created by Wrightson. This character first appeared in the June 1980 issue of Heavy Metal magazine. The Captain Stern segment of the film showcases Wrightson's unique style and his ability to create engaging and memorable characters. Wrightson's work on Heavy Metal is a testament to his versatility as an artist and his ability to adapt his unique style to different mediums. His contribution to the film helped bring the world of Heavy Metal magazine to life on the big screen. One of Wrightson's most personal works was his illustrated edition of Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein, released in 1983. He spent several years creating approximately 50 detailed pen and ink illustrations for this edition. Later in his career, Wrightson provided concept art for various films and television series. While the 1984 movie Ghostbusters was being made, Bernie Wrightson was one of the artists brought on board by Michael C. Gross, the associate producer. His job was to create concept art that would bring to life the ghosts and various supernatural occurrences that the characters in the film would come across. Bernie Wrightson didn't just limit his artistic prowess to the realm of comics and illustrations. His talent also found expression in the music industry. He lent his creative genius to various bands and musical artists, creating visually captivating album covers that perfectly encapsulated the essence of their music. One notable example of his work in this field is his contribution to the album covers of Meat Loaf, the renowned rock musician. His illustrations added a unique visual dimension to the music, enhancing the overall experience for the listeners. On the 18th of March, 2017, the world of horror comics and illustrations lost one of its most iconic figures. At the age of 68, after a prolonged battle with brain cancer, Bernie breathed his last. The passing of Bernie Wrightson was marked by an outpouring of heartfelt tributes and testimonials from his colleagues and admirers in the professional world. This included notable figures such as Joss Whedon, Neil Gaiman, Guillermo del Toro, Walter Simonson, and Mike Mignola. Whedon lauded Wrightson as a guiding star, setting the course for other artists in the field. Gaiman expressed his deep admiration for Wrightson, revealing that he was the first comic artist whose work truly resonated with him. Del Toro honored Wrightson's memory with a 24-hour vow of silence, penning a poignant tribute that acknowledged the inevitable end that comes for all, even for the greatest. Mignola's tribute highlighted Wrightson's genius, emphasizing that his talent extended beyond just creating monsters. He praised the soulful quality that permeated all of Wrightson's work. Undeniably, Bernie Wrightson carved out a niche for himself as an unparalleled virtuoso in the realm of horror illustration. His journey, which began in the humble surroundings of Baltimore, led him to create iconic works such as Swamp Thing and Frankenstein, etching his name in the annals of horror art. Wrightson's legacy stands as a beacon of his exceptional talent and unwavering commitment to his craft. His detailed and meticulous pen and brushwork continue to captivate and inspire a new generation of artists and aficionados of the genre. His spirit, undying and ever-present, is reflected in each stroke of the pen and brush, keeping his memory alive.